clear or cloudy skies. Here's how to see this amazing astronomical alignment from anywhere. Saturday's sunrise has a special treat in store for skywatchers in the eastern half of Canada in the form of a partial solar eclipse. On the morning of March 29th, 2025, the sun, moon, and Earth will align almost perfectly, casting the moon's shadow across the surface of the planet. Unlike the April 8th, 2024 event, this will not be a total eclipse. Instead, the moon will only appear to take a bite out of the sun for everyone watching, as this alignment produces a partial solar eclipse. Eclipse infographic terminology. The best view of this eclipse will potentially be seen from Newfoundland, Labrador, and Baffin Island. There, the eclipse will begin either at sunrise or just afterward, and the moon will gradually cover the sun over the next 50 minutes or so, until it is reduced down to a thin crescent at maximum eclipse. Across the Maritimes, Quebec, and through eastern and northern Ontario, the eclipse will be further along as the sun rises. March 29th partial solar eclipse max map. In Halifax, for example, sunrise occurs at 7 a.m. Atlantic Daylight Time, when the moon will already be covering over 50% of the sun. The eclipse peaks just 17 minutes later, with roughly 85% of the sun covered at maximum. The rest of the Maritimes will see a similar progression for the event, but starting slightly earlier for the northeastern mainland, Cape Breton Island and Prince Edward Island, and later for those farther south and west through Nova Scotia and across New Brunswick. Farther to the west, observers throughout southern Quebec and the eastern half of Ontario will see the same, with the eclipse already having started as the sun rises. However, the farther one is from Atlantic coast, the shorter the eclipse will be, and the smaller the magnitude of the eclipse will be at maximum. Partial solar eclipse timing Canada. March 29, 2025. Roughly 85% of the sun will be covered by the moon in Saguenay, but only 56% in Montreal, 30% in Kingston, and down to less than 10% from the eastern suburbs of Toronto, North Bay, Sudbury, and farther north in Moosonee and Timmins. Read more. See a dawn solar eclipse and 2 meteor showers in the sky this spring. Will we see it? One immensely important factor for anyone wishing to see this solar eclipse is the weather, specifically the cloud cover experienced at the time of the event. Unfortunately, as of Wednesday's forecast, the only regions that appear to have clear skies Saturday morning are central and southern Nova Scotia, most of New Brunswick, and central Quebec, including Saguenay. Newfoundland, most of Labrador, southern Quebec, and Ontario all appear to be overcast at that time. In photos, stunning views of the rare Pi Day blood moon lunar eclipse. What if it's cloudy? If your weather isn't cooperating for this astronomical event, there are still ways to see it. Time and date. COM is hosting a live stream of the solar eclipse, with coverage beginning at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 1:30 a.m. Universal Time Coordinated. Weather permitting, hosts and Buckle and Graham Jones will be presenting views from St. John's, NL, the University of Siena in central Italy, Skibotten and Kristiansand in Norway, and the Royal Observatory Greenwich in London, UK.